I might take my hood. That shit, they crazy.
What the fuck? I'm trying to figure out how to get you, Angel, as a co-host on TikTok. Do you know how to do that? No? Okay. What's up, everybody? We're going to get started in a minute. Mm, mm, mm.
And there you go. I can hear my echo.
Great.
So I would turn down the phone volume.
All the way down. But I can't hear you on. Yeah. Well, not live, but I'm ready to go live. If you're ready to go live. Let's go. Let's go live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the thing. Welcome to Granite Gaming Thursday edition. Whoop whoop. Angel is. I don't know. Let me real quick just jump in. Well, I look good enough for both of us, so we are doing okay. What? Oh my god, Fortnite is doing drops right now? Wow. I love That's true. And we hope what people know what that means, which I would never have known what purple at means. That's fair. That's fair. Um, hello, everyone. Colin Booth here, chief political correspondent at the Granite Post. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Angel. Angel, say hello. Yes. And if you are joining us on Yickety Yak, hello, not Alex. What up? What are we discussing today? Today, we are discussing the GOP. Yes, as you said. Specifically, I want to talk about the Ayotte administration, the New Hampshire, the governor of New Hampshire, Kelly Ayotte. She has just nominated a new justice to the state Supreme Court. And it is an extremely divisive, partisan figure. Wanted to talk about it. Um, but first, Angel, what's up? We got some Pokemon. But first, we got some Pokemon cards to open. Ba 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 ba. We got 3 packs of the new Mega Brave set. Angel, have you opened any of these cards yet from this set? That's true. We did it there. You sent me that pic of you opening that Bulbasaur from this pack. You don't even know what set this is? What the hell? Oh my god. It's a pretty nice looking card. Pretty nice looking card. Uh, let's open this one up. Man, my lighting kind of sucks in here. I bet it is, Alex. We got I'm doing both cameras. I know I'm gonna do one card. I'm gonna do one card on each. We got this crab guy. We got this Minecraft horse. Yeah, look at it. It's a Minecraft horse. We got we got Spiro. Spiro's great. Oh, I love Onyx. Onyx is one of my favorites. Oh my god. I got a big card. It's a big red balloon. I don't know what this is. You see it? I got a literal a big red balloon. I don't know what this card means or what it's about. A secret rare, a red balloon. Big hit right off the jump. Thanks, everybody. I don't know if this is a good card or what. I know it's a red balloon. It's execute. Yeah, I love execute. I really like what is execute evolve into executor and then Alolan executor, the palm tree. That is like absolutely peak Pokemon for me. The long neck, so good. I love it. I love it. Who else? Who we got in chat over here? Who we got in chat over here? Hey, yo, what's up, Trinity chat? What up, chat? Another message. Yeah. I do. In fact, I have a secret fourth pack that I didn't even give you. I got one of these gold packs. It's a pack battle where I can't lose. This is V Star Universe. It is Japanese Crown Zenith, one of the best Pokemon card sets of all time. Ugh. Smells good. I want to open it. I want to check it out. Fair. That's fair. I can dig it. I can dig it. I got to get more blankets. You know, winter is coming up. Winter is coming up. Winter is coming up. I need a lot more cozy blankets. I realized the other day I only have like one one cozy blanket. I have like a big knapsack hard wool blanket, but it is not comfortable to use ever. But I don't have a lot of cozy blankets, and that's a problem because I live in New Hampshire. Great. I don't have a dog, and I don't have a blanket. I'm living that rough life. I'm living that rough life. Um, well, Angel, do you want to just get into it? We got some politics to talk about today, and we're gonna be playing some Fortnite. I'm very excited. Wow. Love it. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about big news out of New Hampshire this week. I guess big news in the world of New Hampshire politics. Um, you know, we've there's been a lot of drama about the New Hampshire State Supreme Court. There's a vacancy coming up, and Republican governor of New Hampshire, Kelly Ayotte, has nominated a new justice for the state Supreme Court. And there's some news about this guy. His name's Brian Gould. I'm going to pull up an article about him right now. Brian Gould, a lawyer with the Republican Party, tapped for the state Supreme Court. Uh, it's a very interesting situation. This is I don't know. There's a lot to say about it. Um, and yeah, I don't right now we are the court the state Supreme Court is in a weird kind of place, generally speaking. Um, and yeah, I don't know. The governor is making a very political pick here. Angel, I'm wondering if you, I don't know, do you do you have any thoughts about or any questions right off the bat about like when it comes to the state Supreme Court? Like, is this even something that you're ever thinking about? Like, I feel like it's kind of a ever thinking about the state Supreme Court? Do you ever just like go home and like dream about the state Supreme Court a little bit? Chrissy Starry Eyes, so nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every state. I think every state has one. You know, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like everybody knows about the Supreme Court, right? Like the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court. Right, for sure. Um, yeah, but yes, the state it's pretty low key, right? Like I feel like it's very seldom there are like major headlines about the Supreme Court, like the state Supreme Court. There was one actually just a few weeks ago about a decision they had on school funding in New Hampshire that basically said the state was underfunding New Hampshire schools. Um, and that was an interesting situation because that was uh, right now the New Hampshire State Supreme Court is in like a really weird situation where there's like one. First of all, the New Hampshire State Supreme Court is entirely staffed or entirely run by Republicans. It's like all Republicans. Every member of the New Hampshire State Supreme Court is a Republican, but um, there are a few of them that have had to recuse themselves or have recused themselves from recent cases. And then there's another one who is under indictment and who is basically not serving on the court. So there have been some decisions that are made by other judges that are not currently on the court. It's kind of a weird situation. Yeah, yeah, like well, yeah. There's just there are. It's like if you are a justice on the court and you have served, you know, a lot of them have worked at major law firms and maybe represented schools or represented industries. Um, so if that ever comes up, you know, and you are a justice on the Supreme Court and you are um, there could be a situation where you say, "Hey, I can't rule on this case in an impartial way because I there or there could be the appearance of bias, right?" And so that is, I think, a concern for people or a concern for some justices. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, it's tough, right? Yeah, and I think every justice kind of has to decide this for themselves, right? Like, on the one hand, like having a deep experience in a certain industry or field, it gives you that ability to adjudicate more, with a greater level of expertise, right? Yeah, it is. It is kind of like a liability. So I think all the justices figure it out on their own. And I think that really gets to the heart of like what's wrong with this appointee, um, and like some of the problems. So like this guy, Brian Gould, uh, Kelly Ayotte's nominee to be the latest justice of the state Supreme Court. He is a like super political insider. He is a Republican, a New Hampshire Republican insider of pretty much the highest degree. This is a guy who was um, a lawyer for the Republican state party, the NHGOP, actually served as a vice chair of the NHGOP and has advised Kelly Ayotte's administration in the past. So it's a really interesting situation because this is somebody who is clearly more on the politics side than somebody who is on the like law side of I guess the state. And so it's the idea of appointing somebody who is clearly such a political operative, somebody who is a political actor. Colin, you have an echo on Twitch. Oh no. Yeah. Anyway, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's just I think there's a lot of concerns that, because politics pervade so much of public policy, public life. I think there's a concern this is somebody who would need to recuse themselves a lot and then, but wouldn't. And so I think there's a lot. Like what we just, yeah, what we just talked about in terms of like keeping themselves out of a case. Yes, three fat dogs. Great to see ya. Yes, three fat dogs. We are definitely going to be. Sorry, Angel. What were you saying? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's usually for just, like, individual cases or but, sometimes it's, like, more. It's confusing. It is confusing, and yeah, it's the problem is there's no, like, there doesn't seem to be, like, hard and fast rules about when judges do and don't recuse themselves from court cases, and so, it's there's pressure too. There's professional pressure too. There's political pressure too. And I think the concern is that um, when when there is a political figure in these roles, there's less pressure to involve to recuse because this is maybe somebody who's less concerned about their legal reputation because they're more of a political figure, right? This is somebody whose job it is, I think, in their, I guess, professional standing or their professional, a big part of their professional life, of Brian Gould's professional life, is achieving the goals of the Republican Party, achieving outcomes for the Republican Party, and electing Republicans to office. And so when you've got somebody like that in charge of deciding, what laws mean and what interpreting laws, um, ideally in a fair way, there becomes a serious question about their ability to uh, decide those things in a way that's fair to everybody and instead decide things in a way that's fair only to Republicans and Republican interests. I think it's just one of those things. Traditionally, that's one of the responsibilities of the governor's office. I think it's just, you know, governor's got to do all kinds of stuff. It could be that other nominees, people could, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's one of the, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. New location, Colin. Lily, sorry, Lily, I just saw you on TikTok. Yeah, I'm visiting. I'm here. I'm out visiting my mom. So I'm not at home today. But yeah, I three fat dogs. Come on, Colin, tell us how it really is. Sorry. Looking at different chats. Everybody. So nice to see everybody. But yeah, it's kind of one of the perks, right? Like if you are the governor, you get to shape what the court looks like to a certain extent. You get to nominate these people. And what's really troubling, I think, about this nomination is it will be, if confirmed, this guy, Brian Gould, who is very much a political operative, a political figure in the state Republican Party. Um, he is going to be the fifth member of the state Supreme Court appointed by a Republican governor. So it will be, I mean, the state Supreme Court is already fully stacked by Republicans. Every member of the state Supreme Court of New Hampshire is a Republican. Um, but now they will all be appointed by one. Right now, there is a justice on the state Supreme Court who is a Republican who is actually nominated by a Democratic governor, because Democrats back in the day, they were like, you know what would be fair if both Democrats and Republicans served on the court, so there was a fair, equal distribution of political leanings on the court, because the appearance of fairness and fairness itself is, was a virtue back then. Now it's much more cutthroat. Womp. Yeah, I know. Things have changed a lot. I know. I know. I mean, it's like pure Trumpism in a lot of ways. This is just, um, like Republicans trying to uh stack the court with people who will make decisions that are more friendly to them. I think in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? Like this is, um, yeah, much more on that vibe. Yeah, he's the vice chair of the state Republican Party, or he's formerly a vice chair of the state Republican Party. He also served as the attorney for the state Republican Party, the NHGOP, which I think is a really remarkable for like for somebody whose job it is to serve on the highest court in the state. The idea that you would appoint somebody who was formerly, you know, an attorney, the attorney for the state Republican Party, it's just like a huge appearance of bias. And there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of concern about when political cases come before the court, if something involving the Ayotte administration comes before the Supreme Court, there is a, uh, if just if right, yeah, right. Like, is he going to recuse himself from these situations? We have to trust that this incredibly political figure will make the right decision to recuse himself from these cases, and I don't think there's any reason to believe that he would, because that he's never acted in that capacity previously. I mean, he's an attorney, he's a private attorney, but I think there's a lot of. Mhm. That's the other that's the other thing. Right, yeah. So, like, members of the, uh New Hampshire judges, like they have to they can only work until the age of 70, and then they have to like they're forcibly have to retire. And so this guy is like, I think he's like 64 or 66 years old. Let me look. I think it says it in here. Pop up 66. T, what's up, T? But yeah, so this guy is 66. He's gonna have to retire at 70. And I've talked to him. Yeah. So he only has 4 years. He has 4 years in the office. And I've talked to a few people about like why AI would nominate somebody who just has to be replaced so soon. And there's a couple different thoughts about why that would be the case. One of them is that, um, this would be like a deciding vote on education. Essentially allow And then, oh, sure. Oh no. Oof. Anyway, well, well, uh, what? All right. Angel, I think we got you back. Can you hear? I think I fixed it. All right. Anyway. I was just saying, that uh, there are going to be a lot of situations where this guy, well, I guess ultimately what I was saying is that, why would the Ayotte administration, why would Kelly Ayotte appoint somebody who can only serve for 4 years? And there's a bunch of different reasons people think that could be the case. And ultimately, they all kind of amount to the idea like this guy's going to come in and be a hatchet man for Republican policies. That he's not going to have to worry about his judicial record. He's not going to have to worry about his reputation in the legal community. He's going to come in and he's going to be the deciding vote on a bunch of extremely unpopular decisions that come before the court, including school funding. And he's going to decide in favor of far right Republican interests. And he is going to, yeah, he's going to deliver for Republicans, and then he's going to bounce, and then he's going to be like, see ya. Um, and yeah, and then Ayotte can potentially nominate somebody else who maybe served for somebody maybe much younger who can serve for, you know, 20, 30 years. Ayotte, well, the question, like, Ayotte is up for reelection every 2 years in New Hampshire. So, or is it, no, there is no, it's interesting. Ayotte is, there is no, what do you call it? Term limits for the governor in New Hampshire. Um, yeah, Ayotte is in office. Um, no, I mean, if AI can only nominate people when she's in office. Yeah, if she's reelected, right? If she's reelected, yeah. Right. Like Governor, like Sununu served multiple years. Right. Right. And he basically like, yeah, and he stopped running, I think, after 4 terms, and he was like, 4 terms is because I think there is a certain point where if you are serving, you're just like, you don't want to be in that office forever because uh, it's just a bad look. Lindsay, Colin, do you have headphones you could put on? I do have headphones I could put on, but I'm going to try and put on some headphones. Maybe that would help with some of the audio stuff. Yeah, it'll take like 2 seconds. Wah, 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 wah. All right. Actually, I think I am going to have to go on intermission to fix this. So, bye, everybody. That's what I was going to do. But thank you for making sure that was what I was going to do. Angel, we're back. I couldn't get my headphones to work. Word. That's tough. Um, that's tough. I like reading out loud. I feel like 50% of the time I screw it up. Mm. Okay, yeah. Flying Enchilada, Manny Espitia, what's up? Oh my god, oh my god. Wait, I can fix that. Yeah, I got it. I fixed it. I know I'm muted there, but that's not good. All right, hold on. That seems confusing. I don't know exactly what that would do. I'm worried about screwing up the recording and the Twitch stream. I feel like if you just if you turn on the your TikTok audio and I mute you on Twitch, if I mute you on CoStar, that would reduce the echo. Maybe. That's true. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Utah redistricting, right? Yeah, no, it's another word for gerrymandering. It's bad. I mean, you're seeing the Trump administration kind of push these gerrymanders all over the place. I think he demanded like Republicans deliver him like 100 seats or something crazy, like basically like overturn across the country. Yeah, like basically like rig 100 elections in his favor. And it's like, yeah, right. I mean, it's crazy, right? That the Republican Party needs to like give him 100 seats, and like he doesn't care how it happens. Like, just give me 100 seats in Congress, like 100 new seats, which is ridiculous. It's like outrageous. It's totally ridiculous. It's like Right. I mean, he's looking. I mean, it's just like what he was saying in the White House this week. Did you hear this clip where he said, like, I think the American people want a dictator? Like, I'm hearing people say that. Yeah, he said that in the White House this week. He's like, I'm hearing people say they want a dictator. Um, hold on, let me see if I can pull up the clip. Oh, this is 10 minutes long. Fuck off. Here. Wait, I found it. It is. Uh, well, basically, Trump is saying, he's saying he's being criticized for sending the National Guard into American cities, like sending armed military personnel into American cities. And he's like, "Oh, people are calling me a dictator." And he's like, "Well, like people say maybe they want a dictator." Which is like, and he's like, "But I'm not a dictator just because I'm sending armed troops into American cities to like enforce, my version of what the laws are." Anyway, that's like, it's uh I was reading something yesterday about how there's no, authoritarianism isn't like one action, it's not like one thing that happens. It's like a bunch of little steps, and one day you wake up and the country is completely different. Like the military troops are occupying your city. All of a sudden, your elections are completely rigged in favor of Republicans, and you know, and that's yeah, that's not that's I think that's a little different. Yeah, I think that just has to do with your home, your immediate home, not your like neighborhood. But yeah, yeah, totally. No, uh, military or police. It's just the military, but yeah, it's a debate. Yeah, but I think the gerrymandering stuff is really going to come to a head. We've got um come to a head. I think it's just going to become a major, major issue uh, in the 2026 midterms. Like um, it's just crazy to me because like Trump basically told Texas that he has to like you know, told Texas Republicans to give him all these seats. And then California was like, okay, well, we're going to do that too. We're going to like balance the scales. And then Trump said he's going to have the Department of Justice investigate California's, redistricting as illegal. And it's just like outrageous. It's so ridiculous. It's on its face. Like, uh, you know, totally, like, unbelievably hypocritical. But I don't know. We just live in very politically screwed up times. Yeah, yeah. Gavin Newsom uh, came out after Republicans said they were going to redistrict Texas to eliminate like 6 Democratic congressional seats. Uh, California, Gavin Newsom, governor of California, basically came out and said, "Okay, well, we're going to turn a bunch of Republican seats in California into Democratic seats, or we're going to." Right, because as Manny says in chat, California does it through independent redistricting, and it's officially on the ballot this year. They have to have a special election for it. In the case of California, I assume what? Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it's. I assume it means because it's going to a vote. But Manny, maybe you can tell us a little more about what independent redistricting in, because I know what it means in terms of New Hampshire, because Democrats have long advocated for an independent redistricting commission here in New Hampshire. But I assume California, yeah, it basically means that voters get to decide the districts. Um, or get to decide through population. Yeah. Why would what happen? Yeah, I mean, it's changing it in a way that is biased. It basically lets politicians pick their voters instead of voters picking their politicians. This, yeah, it's a county. It's not a voting district. Hold on. No. And let me. I'll pull up a map real quick, and I'll. Ex- okay. So, like, if you Google like New Hampshire, like state Senate map, you will see like how what the voting districts look like. So some counties, whole counties can be in electoral districts, but there can be parts of other counties that can be towns. Voting districts in New Hampshire, because of the way the legislature is structured and like the executive council, um, different. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why, you'll have. Uh-huh. Yeah, they change with the census, right? Is my understanding that every time there's a census that, where we update the demographic makeup of the state, when the government basically changes the demographic makeup of the state or updates its records on what it is, then the legislature correspondingly creates new maps to correspond with that new demographic shift. Yeah, it is very complicated. Yeah. No, because yeah, and there are 24 state senate districts because there are 24 state senators, right? So each one represents a district which has a whole makeup, like let me look at a district real quick. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing, right? Like, the system we have is such that lawmakers, they are the ones who kind of create these districts. They have commissions that are largely partisan nowadays that are in the state legislature that basically draw these maps, and then they have to be approved by the governor. Um, and so what we saw when like okay. Totally. I mean, yeah, going back to like why we have the districts, that's like a whole state constitution thing. Why do we have a state constitution? Well, your town is changing, right? Like people move, industries come in. That's why they have to update what they don't have to, but they have to every like decade update what the voting districts in New Hampshire look like to because of demographic changes, population changes. And when uh not not really because sort of, but Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that because you're still looking at, like, the population, you're still looking at the voting totals, but, um, but because you could control because lawmakers can control what the partisan makeup of each district looks like, or rather, lawmakers can control how many Republicans and how many Democrats are in each district. They can create maps that are much more favorable to them. And they call it the term for it is packing and cracking. And basically, what that means is they crack districts that are fair, and then they pack districts. So, like, if there's a state with, let's just make one up. Like, if there's a state with like 12 voting districts, right? And they're all fair, you could, and they're like 50% Republicans, 50% Democrats. You could break the districts in such a way that you create one district that like has 90% of all the Democratic voters, and then you create 11 districts that have, you know, much more Republicans. So the state is still 50% Republicans, 50% Democrats, but now you have 11. Right, right. Because each district would have a representative in the state legislature, right? And so 11 Republicans, right. And so you would have a legislature that is, even though the population is 50-50 Republicans, Democrats, you'd have a legislature that is 11 Republicans and 1 Democrat. And that is gerrymandering. Great. Amazing. Yeah. You should yeah, you should look it up. You should always know who your elected representatives are. You got to know who your elected representatives are because you got to know who to complain to when stuff isn't going your way. We talk to and yeah, yeah. I think Hooksett has probably a mayor. I think Manchester has a mayor. I think most towns have a mayor. Yeah. There Derry does have, oh wait, no. Wait. Yeah, I I would imagine they do. I guess Derry has a town council and it has a council chair. Um, it's weird because yeah, some towns definitely do have mayors. Like Dover has a mayor. I guess. I guess. I guess that is how it works. Yeah. I guess so. Uh, there you go. John B. John B is correct. John B is in Yickety Yak. And if you guys are over there, join us over on TWITCH, the purple app. Um, Gerrymandering is a time honored tradition of whichever party is in power at any given time. That's true. That said, Republicans overwhelmingly benefit from gerrymandering at both the legislative level and at the congressional level. So Republicans have many more seats in Congress as a result of gerrymandering than Democrats do. Yeah, no, it's keeping up. And, that's why I think, in large part, most people care a lot more about national politics than local politics. National politics seems pretty simple, right? Like you got Republicans, you got Democrats, and maybe who you're. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, like you pretty much know Donald Trump and the Democrats. Right. Yeah. Right. It's pretty simple, but you go down to the state level and things get pretty complicated pretty quickly. And I think it's in, intimidating, but it's also really confusing for people. So I think it's really hard to, yeah, to get people. Yeah, and I think if they do teach it, it's pretty quick and it kind of goes in one ear and out the other, right? It's like who's like so many lessons in school. Sounds good. We will go on intermission, and when we come back, let's open some Poke cards and play a little Fortnite. See you soon, everybody. Intermission. That's great. Hey, everybody. I hope everyone is doing super well. Angel, obviously, taking a quick break. I'm here to entertain you until she's back. In fact, this is a great time. I'm going to open this pack of Pokemon cards while she's gone. I did not give Angel one of these packs because these are pretty expensive. This one is just for me. I think it's three to the front. This is Japanese Crown Zenith, one of the best sets you can get. Let's take a look real quick. We got, what is this, a vacuum cleaner? I got a snowy field. All right, whatever. We got a bug. Looks pretty ugly bug. We got a it's a Reggie Ice. Love that guy. We got Hisuian Voltorb. Love Voltorb. We got the Moon guy. Let's go. Ooh, foil Regigigas. Sparkly Reggie Ice. I love it. And we not too bad. Nice hits. Could have been a lot worse. Um, the Reggie Ice is fun. Wow. Some of what is this? Mega Brave. Love it. Tee hee. And in the meantime, I'm going to sleeve these cards. That's a great one. Come on. Um, I think I hear Angel coming back. Let's get into it. Anyway, that was Japanese Crown.
Everything hurts. I don't think I'm gonna use my. I can't hear you. I don't think I'm gonna use my glasses because my eyeballs hurt and it really hurts.
Okay, word. Uh, Angel, I'm going to take us back. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready, Freddy.
Let's go. Huh. All right, Angel is back. Yay! What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Mm, Welcome back. Welcome back. What? Hold on one sec. Let me see. Flying enchilada. What's up? All right. Angel, you're a little blurry, I gotta say. Okay, great. Um, I will tell you when it's fine. Do you have your second pack of Pokemon? No, it's not fine yet. I'm gonna try and fix it on my end. One sec. Let's see if I can reset this. Bring you back online. Yeah. Oh my god. You are looking pretty muddy. Nope. It looks worse. You look crazy right now, actually. Uh, it was all right. That's way better. Let's go. What did you do? That was great. All right. Uh, everybody, Japanese. Mega Brave, brand new Pokemon card set. This is the hottest set on the planet right now. 5 cards to a pack. Let's check it. We got Numa, Akema, Hakuita, this guy, Firo, Tinkatink, let's go. A bell. Oh, funny. Yeah, I got nothing in this pack. Womp womp. That's true. Uh, you want to play a quick game of Fortnite? What do you think, Angel? Yes. Let's go. Huh. That's weird. Um, Prashad. Ba-ba-bum. Ooh, for some reason, not yet. For some reason, it is. Hold on, I'm gonna try and. That's funny. My capture card is being weird. I just gotta reset it real quick. It was working great yesterday, so I think we can get this working pretty quickly. And it was working earlier today. What it was working when I tested it before stream. Dang. Dang nabbit. All right, I'm going to reset my switch. That's probably what it is. Yeah. this doesn't work, we might have to end stream early. I don't know, because it might be an OBS thing. Who knows? All right, we are cooking. Not yet. I'm just starting the game up now. I had to finagle. Not yet, not yet. I just got this all working. Hold on. I have to drag a few things over. No, I get it. It's politics has that effect on brains. Uh, yeah, it's no, it is complicated. It is hard to, like, if you don't have like an under like, and that's like the problem, the difficulty, right? Like, politics at the local level is so much more complicated than politics at the national level in many ways. And I think people, because of that, people don't feel confident about talking about it. They don't feel comfortable engaging with it. And so yeah, it creates I think some like and that's why people like aren't involved. And so it's really sad that that is where we are right now. I mean, uh yeah, it's a shame. Oh my god, new One Punch Man. One Punch Man just got added to Fortnite. I'm very excited. Have you ever watched One Punch Man? I can't. I don't know how to join the chat. I remapped my C button to the home button because I kept accidentally hitting it. So I don't know how to hit the game chat because it's too annoying. Oh wait, it's in the menu. Hold on, I'll do it right now. Game chat. It remapped the C button in your Switch menu. It's also the home button. It's so smart. I'm so smart for doing that, actually. Alright, how do I mute myself? Ugh, that's so annoying. Yeah, I get you. Uh, yeah, I don't know how to change that, but I think it's fine. Um, let's go. Great. Um, let's play a game of Zero Build. What do you say? It's Fortnite. It's Fortnite without building because And if you guys are watching us on Yickety Yak, be sure to swing over to the Purple app, TWITCH. Check us out there. We are playing Fortnite. We are talking New Hampshire politics. Yes. Oos. Uh, yes, you have to hit ready. Huzzah. One Punch Man. You should. It is so good. The first season is good. The second season is less good. It is funny and it's heartwarming. Uh, It's quite funny. They actually so there's a medallion in the game now. So in Fortnite, you have a pickaxe that lets you like break stuff, and it does like almost zero damage. Well, not zero damage, but it does very little damage to other players if you hit them with it. But with the new One Punch Man, there's a new medallion in the game. There's a power up you can get, and it basically lets you one hit KO other players with your pickaxe. Yes, kind of really cool. Your screen's on my screen. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. All right. This is going to be a little tough because I can't see everywhere we are, but I'm going to drop a pin. I'm going to say we should drop over here and jump out. Oh man, do I have a wow. Man, this game is so cool. You are the Yellow Ranger. Yeah, love those Power Ranger skins. I just got the Balenciaga glider. Lol. Another One Punch Man. This is a, I can't believe you don't like One Punch Man. It's like one of the best animes. Crazy. You can't. You have to run and then hit the duck button. It is the right stick. You push in the right stick. So it's the left stick to run and then the right stick to duck. Now, guns are a good thing in this game. You usually want guns. Mm, that could be the case. Yeah. It sounds like someone's shooting. Oh, word. Somebody's shooting. Oh my bro. All right. This guy's dead. Bah, 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 bah. Wow, he had a good gun. What a loser. Oh yeah? Oh, okay, word. Did you say you're welcome? Thank you so. Oh my god. Oh man. I'm having such a hard time aiming with these controls. Yeah, got him. That took forever. Damn. Whew. All right. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, great. Here we have to get. Okay, there's. I see one. I'm right here. We have to get. I put down this pad here, so you can jump on it, and we can fly. Here, I think I'm gonna put a pin down. I think we should fly into this little town here. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, it's so hard to aim. There's like, yeah, there's somebody shooting at me. I got one of them. Yeah, you got him. Oh, it's a bug. Those are easy to kill. It's a bug. Want want. They're shooting. I think it's just more bugs. Gray is like the shitty guns, and then green is like slightly better. Blue is pretty good. Purple is very close to the best, and then gold is the best. And then there's like some other ones that are even more rare. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh yay, I didn't die. I fell. What? I just fell, but I'm coming back up. Just make sure you're on the correct side of the line, the circle. You see the map? That might have been me. Here, wait. I have some shield. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you. It's the Pink Ranger's car. It's a BMW. I know. Pink Ranger driving in style. Wah, 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 wah. Look for any evildoers. Wow. Pretty serious about just kidding. Do not come and get me. Yeah. Yeah. Like so in order to be in order to be confirmed to the state Supreme Court, you just need a simple majority of the executive council. And as we've discussed, the New Hampshire Executive Council, which is a very little known like legislative body, um, is it basically takes the role of like the lieutenant governor, which the state doesn't have. But yeah, so we have four Republicans and uh, one Democrat. And talk about gerrymandered. The New Hampshire Executive Council, I think it's like 50%. There have been past elections where like more than 50% of Democrats uh, voted in the executive council race for Democrats, and 80% of executive council seats are claimed by Republicans, even though more than like 50% of voters, or at least 50% of voters, uh, are Democrats. So like the skew of those districts is insane. There's so many that they are very badly gerrymandered, and they are some of the most unfair elections in the state. And most people don't care because they don't know what the executive council is or what it does. But it does things like approve judicial nominees, so it's pretty important. But yeah, uh, yeah, it's a five-member body. Yeah, it's 80% Republican. Four out of five members are Republicans. Yeah, I'm hitting them with my car. Yeah. Wow, they got out of there quick. Oh wait. Yay, you got them. Here, I'm gonna shield you up real quick. We I haven't even noticed. Come on, I said you're doing good. Wow, you got them. You're doing so good. Oops. Oh fuck. Here, come over by me. Yeah, can I just go kill everybody? Yeah, right. I can barely aim because I'm on Joy-Cons. I'm gonna try and come get you though. They're coming. I'm so good at this game and I can't aim for shit right now, and it's so annoying. Ugh, GG. They killed me. GG's. Well, Angel, uh, it should just tell you. Yeah, look at that. You did the good stuff. Let's go. Uh, for poor murders. Wow. All right. Let's head back. Just you and me. Quick Pokemon battle. One last one to go. And then I did while you were in the bathroom. I didn't get anything great. I got it's okay. All right. I think next week the executive council takes up a vote. Yep. Stay tuned next week. Whoa. Big hit for Angel. Venusaur EX. Let's go. Property and the bell. Yeah, I think so. Success. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Granite Gaming this week. We will be back next Tuesday talking about New Hampshire politics, keeping it real classy. Hope everyone has a great weekend, a long Labor Day, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye.